Hey everyone, how's it going? This is your friendly neighborhood real life superhero. Let's see here. Testing one, two, test. Let me try this one. This might be a whole lot better actually. Hey everyone, how's it going? This is your friendly neighborhood real life superhero, Dark Defender the Dark Soldier, Senior Chief and Founder of the Justice Alliance Initiative. And give me one moment here. Trying to think of a way. Okay, I guess not. I thought I could actually. I guess not. Yeah, I guess not. I was trying to see if there was a way that I could actually turn my camera off without showing my face, but it's okay. It's fine. I'll just have the camera pointed up. So it's great to see everybody. Gonna do a double thumbs up for that one. So, so I know that it has been a while since I made a video here on my YouTube channel. So I noticed that it's kind of grown just a little bit, but I really didn't expect it to really go into I guess you could say, a full-fledged swing of like being a popular channel. I guess I don't know, but however, I look at the videos, like the few videos that I've posted on my channel, and I know one of them in particular has gotten a lot of views. It's like 700 something views, which is really no surprise, honestly. But anyway, let me see if I can share this actually. I'm gonna do something right quick here. Just give me one moment. Okay. Gonna go to Messenger. Let's see if I can do this here. One moment here, guys. Okay. Do that. I'm not really even sure as to how long I'm going to do this live stream. I really don't. Um, one second. But anyway, so it's good to be here in the, I guess you could say, the land of YouTube. So, but anyway, trying to see if there's any like particular updates. Well, for starters, the very last time I actually even did a YouTube video was I want to say it was sometime last year, I believe. Yeah, I think it was last year. But I think that was probably the last time I ever actually did one. But um yeah. But anyway, and that was just from when I did a video. I think it was a video that I did via my app or like one of the apps on my phones or something like that. Um, But anyway, oh, sorry, give me one moment here. There was someone I was trying to send a. Oh yeah, let's try that instead. See what that does. Maybe on there. I don't know. Okay, I guess they're not on. I guess they're not on. But anyway, yeah. So as some of you probably already guessed, I'm not in Virginia anymore. I am officially in Tennessee. So, and honestly, I love it down here. I really do. Had to move away for personal reasons, and so, but ever since I moved from the environment that I was in Virginia, I have loved it a lot, and I'm enjoying it 100% beyond a shadow of a doubt. And I've been able to do a whole lot more things than I could ever imagine since I've been down here in Tennessee, and it's one of the best things ever. Sorry, guys, give me 1 second. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Anyway, oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Looks like we have one viewer. Um, I think I might know who that one viewer is, though. I'm pretty sure it's probably Anakin because I legitimately just sent him a link. So, and I got a like too. Yep, I'm pretty sure it's Anakin. Hey, Anakin, if you're listening, you can actually type in the live chat that's on YouTube if you can find it. But yeah, I do love it here in Tennessee. I really really love it. Um, Now I had mentioned here a while back that I was going to try to post more videos on this channel. Um, I am going to. It's just I'm more into looking at YouTube videos than I am posting videos on my channel. So yeah, well, there's the top of my head there. But now, apart from me being in Tennessee, for a while, I was, kind of on a rough start here. I was staying with someone in a different part of Tennessee, but I'm in a new area of Tennessee now. Um, I'm in the Knoxville sector, and I've been here in Knoxville now since last year around August. Oh, yeah, so it'd be August. It was around around this time last year actually. So it's been a year that I've been here now. I didn't really think about that until just now. So, but yeah. So um, but Knoxville is definitely different from other areas. I know for a fact it's definitely different um, from Harrisonburg. Um, and now you're probably wondering, okay, what do I mean by that? Well, okay, for starters, Harrisonburg does have its gray areas of where it can be potentially dangerous. And it's in that sense that, we try to, we as not just real life superheroes, but also as members of the JAI, or Justice Alliance Initiative, we really try to, do as much as we can. But here in Knoxville, it is dangerous. However, I am used to the danger, and the reason that I'm used to it is because I'm originally from Birmingham, Alabama, and living in Birmingham is one of the most dangerous cities as well. And it's not just so much on the crime part; it's just in general. Because honestly, where I lived at, I didn't live in no fancy house or anything like that. I lived in the projects area. I lived in a rough neighborhood and things like that. So, but um, when I was here in Knoxville last year, I was homeless for a bit. I lived in a shelter, so I got myself up and going, and now I'm in a brand new apartment, and I'm loving it 100%. Love it absolutely. And I did have a car at one point, but it got totaled in I was in an auto accident back in June, I believe. So I'm in the process of trying to find another vehicle. But even though I don't have a vehicle again, that hasn't stopped me from doing what I've been wanting to do. So, but now while I had my first vehicle, and it was legitimately my first vehicle, my very first vehicle. I was able to get a lot of stuff done, and I can still do it now, even though I don't have a vehicle. But I was able to get like a lot of donations and like food, clothes, and some other stuff too. And so we, as a matter of fact, even got some nice like JAI, well, kind of just a little bit of JAI merch, I guess you could say. We had recently ordered some JAI stickers, and I am not sure where I put those stickers at, but I will post them on our main JAI Facebook page. And so, with that, um, we've just been able to do a whole lot more than what I ever thought of. And so, all in all, there are some new stuff that's developing. I'm not going to say what they are. I mentioned to it. I mentioned about it to a few RLSHs in the real life superhero community, but um, normally when I'm doing videos, I'm usually on Facebook or something like that. Um, it's been a long time since I've really done a live stream on YouTube through a laptop. Because at one point I had a laptop, it didn't work. It just, like at a certain point, it just went freaking kaput. Couldn't do it on my mobile phone unless I had like a third party app to do live streams on YouTube. I think one of the apps is called Prism or something like that. So I did that, used that. Um, so, but yeah. So I did that. Or no, I'm sorry. I could have done it like that. It's just but I know that if you have a laptop, you can do live streaming video on YouTube through there. But you know, if you're on your mobile phone, you can't because you got to hit so many subscribers. You got to meet the general requirements of YouTube when you're doing live stream. The whole live stream on your mobile device, stuff like that. So, but it's good. Now, I'm really am proud of the fact that the JAI has grown a whole lot more since then, and how we're developing new things. I've been doing a lot of this myself personally, trying to get it all developed and everything else. We did have a meeting here not too long ago, and so, um, but I really am happy about this, and never in my life did I really like expect to grow as we have. So, Um, yeah, yeah. So, um, I know at one point I was wanting to even go to Chicago Hope, but I wasn't going to be able to do that. So, but next year I'm going to make it a point to go next year. I really want to go to next year, but I don't want to just be the only one going. I want to share this with other people as well. So, um, now bear in mind that we will be posting more videos onto our JI YouTube channel. So, and there is more than one user on that channel too, as a matter of fact. So, um, we will try to post more and more videos on there as well. And like I said, I might try to post more videos on my personal channel too. I'm not sure as to what I'm going to post on my personal channel, but I'll definitely make sure that I try to put something on there. I'm not really expecting my channel to grow. If anything, I'm really more expecting of like the JI YouTube channel to grow, because I mean, that channel is specifically for the Justice Alliance Initiative. So, yeah. Um, but a lot of the centralized stuff will be on there. Now, I do want to make it clear. That some of the content videos on the JI YouTube channel will be restricted videos, or private videos. So some of these videos will only be attainable for direct members only. Because some of them, like I mentioned before, some of them will be training videos, but then you'll have some that are also public videos as well. So I'm just really, I've just been busy doing that. But you know, it's definitely been a journey. Now, coming up next year, actually, as of January of next year, we will be celebrating our 10-year anniversary, which I'm really excited about that. A full decade of the JAI being active. Because bear in mind that the JAI was founded in 2012. So, with that, in 2022 will be our 10-year anniversary. Very proud of that, and I'm just very, very, very excited about that, because again, like I said, I never expected the JI to even go this long. I really, really, really didn't. So, and honestly, I am very proud of that, because I've had in the past people tell me, oh, I shouldn't be a real life superhero. It's stupid, or it's pointless. And I even had one individual just recently say, "Oh, well, you're not a superhero, and you need to quit doing the superhero thing, or you need to quit doing the neighborhood watch thing." Well, you know what? It's like this, okay? You do you, I do me. If you don't like it, well, then that's just up to you. But I'm not going to stop being a real life superhero, and I'm not going to stop doing the whole neighborhood watch thing, because bear in mind that a real life superhero is an individual who has no special abilities. We can't fly or jump tall buildings in a single bound, or have a magical rope that makes you tell the truth, or some sort of glowing green ring. No, a real life superhero is an individual who takes on the superhero persona and applies it to everyday life in the real world. Hence the reason why it's called real life superheroes. And I proudly do consider myself a real life superhero. No matter what a person, no matter what anybody says, I consider myself a real life superhero. So, hopefully, to the person who watches this video down the road, no, I'm not going to be stopping my whole neighborhood watch thing, because I enjoy doing it. Because growing up in a neighborhood where it was potentially dangerous, I wanted to do something to help keep my community safe, and I want to inspire other people to do the same thing as well, of which I would probably say that I have. I don't always fully pay attention to it, but I know somewhere I have. So yeah, I'm not going to stop doing that, and I'm certainly not going to stop being a superhero. And yes, I am a superhero, but the difference is I'm not just a superhero. Okay, I'm a real life or RLSH, real life superhero, and there's a big difference. And you got some people out there like, well, it's not really a big difference. Well, actually, in reality, it is. And I just mentioned a moment ago. So, you know, and there's always that misunderstanding of, people saying that it's the same thing and so on and so forth. But when you've been in it for a long time, you really do understand about what the difference is between a superhero, or in this case, a comic book, aka regular superhero, to a real life superhero. So you really got to pay attention to those details. You really do. Because if you don't, then you're just going to confuse one with the other. But again, I'll explain it. A regular superhero is an individual or a fictional character who has special powers, and they can do anything. Whereas, and they can maybe go through walls or breathe underwater or shoot lightning bolts from their noses. I don't know, but just something like that. But a real life superhero, or RLSH, is an individual who takes on the superhero persona of their own creation and goes out and does random acts of good deeds. And it can be from anything from safety patrols or neighborhood watch, to outreaches and many other things. The biggest thing in the real life superhero community is patrols and outreaches. Those are the two biggest things. And I can say, and I would probably, and I can definitely say, and I'm pretty sure a number of RLS agents would definitely agree that those are the two biggest things. And so, um, but there's Anakin, and so, but yeah, so it's definitely, it's when you've been in it for a long time, you pretty much can tell the difference. So, um, with that, one of the biggest things too is that, well, I guess I'm giving an education now about RSH. It'll typically go into that, especially if it's on my channel, or anywhere else on social media or whatever. But you got individuals that will also say that, real life superheroes or RLSHs aren't exactly trained, or they don't really have skills, and so on and so forth, and that, we're gonna have the cops and blah 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 blah. Well, um, but it's like, okay, yeah, you're absolutely right, Anakin. You're absolutely right about that. Um, so in truth, a real life superhero is not a cop. However, when you're conducting a neighborhood watch, you have just about every right. And I want to make this very, very clear in detail. And I'll explain it if I have to. But when you're doing a neighborhood watch, and going back for a second, when you think neighborhood watch, you're thinking of individuals who somewhere like on the lines of what a cop does, so on and so forth. And you got other programs out there that are already established to do neighborhood watch. Well, the thing is, you don't necessarily like you don't necessarily have to join a program to do neighborhood watch. You can start your own neighborhood watch. Like the biggest neighborhood watch program that I can think of right now is what is that one called? It's the Take a Bite Out of Crime campaign with McGruff the Crime Dog. That's kind of a detailed area right there of neighborhood watch itself. And there are also others too, but But there are citizens out there that do create their own neighborhood watch, and we in the RLSH, particularly in the JI, does our own style and own version of a neighborhood watch, and no two neighborhood watches are going to be alike. And every neighborhood watch is going to have its own style, its own methods and such. However, I do advise that if you do start your own neighborhood watch, do it within legal confines of the law, right? Don't start jumping people at random and doing a whole bunch of stupid crap. Okay, know what your laws are. Know what the law is for like use of force, or whether or not you can make a citizen's arrest or something in that. Just know your local, state, and federal laws, because if you know those, hey, you're good. You're all good to go. But if you don't know what the law is, well, then you're gonna kind of end up you're basically not gonna you're gonna make yourself look unprofessional. So it's really good. It's really good to just have a time where you're gonna like just sit down, study it, and be familiar with it. Because if you don't, well, in all honesty, you're gonna look bad in the long run. So it's really vitally important because any member, okay, just about any RLSH I can think of, especially in my organization of the Justice and Last Initiative, I make it a point for everyone to look up and make sure that they know their laws to the letter, especially when you come across individuals who's going to act as if they know the law, so on and so forth. Because in the many years I've been doing this, I have come across individuals who tend to act like they know the law, and they haven't really done the actual research for it. They really haven't paid a whole lot of attention to it, because when I do research concerning the law, concerning the law, I'll look it up from multiple sources, from multiple legitimate sources. I'm talking to police officers. I'm talking to attorneys. I'm talking to the main capitals of whatever state there is. I look at multiple sources, multiple legal sources. Another source is called I believe it's called NOLO, which is NOLO. That's a good source for actual legal research. Um, and if you play your cards right, you can also talk to other individuals that may provide you other sources. So, and there's a number of sources that I've compiled up throughout the years. I even have like this special, I guess you could say, data bank where I'm like keying, and I have several, and I have some people who help me operate this particular data bank or server that helps me to compile all this legal research onto one server. Then that way I can have that for future use to give to other RLSHs who are right now rookies, but they're still learning. So, and doing research is one of my biggest hobbies. And so, and really it pays a lot. No, not really pay, but it's helpful in the long run. I'll just put it like that. It's helpful in the long run. It may be a lot of work to put into, but it's really helpful in the long run. And and so, um, but as you know, you just really need to know what you're doing out there in the field. And the same thing goes with outreaches and such too, because bear in mind when you do outreaches, depending on where you are, there like if you're handing out food, you may have to have like some sort of a like food handler's license or so on and so forth. Because I know here in Tennessee, you got to take like a special course, I believe, and you go and I think that's just for the Knoxville area. I'm not sure if it's for the entire state, but I know it's for just for the Knoxville area. But like you want to make sure what the laws are with that one. Um, but going back to the neighborhood watch thing for a second, yeah, any citizen can create their own neighborhood watch. It's not going to be the same for everyone, but you have your own style, your own method. Just do it within legal reason. Don't overstep the bounds. And even when some people think that you are, if you know what the actual laws are that allows you to do what you do as a neighborhood watch, then whatever that other person says or tries to act like they know, it's not going to really mean anything else. Because as long as you've studied the laws and you know what you're doing, that's the main thing. It doesn't really matter what the other person will say. And believe me, I have come across individuals who have said that what we do is illegal, but in reality, it's not. It's completely legal. Bada bing, bada boom. So, and you got people that will support us, and then you got some people that will not support us. You've got some haters. You've got some, people that say, well, we're just in general, you got people that are like yay and nay about it. But when you do this kind of thing, that typically comes with the territory. It's to be expected. Um, I know that in Harrisonburg, it's kind of a liberal area, so you're gonna have some people that's not gonna be too keen about it. But in reality, you know, any person can really do this. I think one of the biggest problems is that you got some people that don't necessarily want to stand up to the plate to do it, and they're wanting to kind of like stick to being in their own world of like of like feeling comfortable of just doing that. Or no, let me think of another way to put it. Do, 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 do. In other words, a person can feel comfortable in thinking that what that person's doing, whether it's me or whoever else, they may think that it's illegal, but you would know that it's completely legal, and there's nothing that can be said about it. Especially if you introduce yourself to law enforcement, because if you introduce yourself, that's where you're going to really be able to try to have a working relationship to an extent. Not saying that every officer is going to agree to that, because I've had my fair share of officers who have not liked us, and then some that do. But for the most part, the more seasoned officers who remember us from back in the day, a lot of them support us, but there are some that don't. But as long as you're acting under the law, there's not really anything that can be done about it, pretty much. So, um, anyway, um, with every chance I get, I do tell individuals about what we are, who we are, and what we do, and I enjoy doing it. I legitimately enjoy doing this on a consistent basis, because you're an RLSH for as long as you want to be. To me personally, RLSH is something personal and dear to me. I, I love it. I'm going to be an RLSH till the day I die. It doesn't matter how old I am. And that's another thing too. You will have some people tell you that, oh, you're too old to be a real life superhero, or you know, you're a grown man and everything else. Well, you know what? The RLSH community is composed of individuals that are adults. It's not just for children. It can also be for adults. I mean, there are RLSHs that are way up in years that are still doing this. So hey, if they can do it, why can't I? So I love it. I personally do love it, and I'm not going to give this up. I want to continue to try to inspire people to be an RLSH if they want to. I mean, if they don't, then hey, that's fine. I completely respect that. But just trying to show us trying to show a sense of positivity to people. Not everybody's going to see it like that as far as positivity goes, but at least you will have made an effort in like in doing it, and you do feel good about it. So now there's a whole lot more I could probably say in that, but it probably take me a whole. I don't even know how long it'll take me to even mention all that. but but anyway, um, But yeah, whenever I can, I do tell people about the RLSH and the JI, plus also other organizations out there too, like Roll for Starters, the Initiative Collective, which is and the IC or Initiative Collective is another organization that's part of the real life superhero community as well. They have different chapters here in the U.S. as well as, I believe, 2 chapters overseas. No, excuse me, I think it's 3 chapters overseas because I know there's 2 in the UK and then I believe 1 in Australia, I believe. But and so you have them. Another one is the XJL or Extreme Justice League, and so another one would be, let's see, the Bay Coast Guardians, which is actually an affiliate of the XJL. PDX Iron Squadron, and many more out there as well. So, another one I can think of right off the bat is the Illuminated Life Foundation, and let's see, there's several others out there too. So, you know, and those are just some. Those are just some. There's more popping up every single time. Every single time. I would say just about every day. Just about every day. But and I tell people this all the time. And whenever I actually get a chance to, I even show them where to look them up and stuff. And I love it. I fully love it. So, but with that, yeah. So it was fun being on here again. I will try to do this maybe more frequently. Um, like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Do keep an eye out for the main JAI YouTube channel, because we will be posting some more stuff on there here soon. Don't know when, but it will be soon. It's just it's a slow process right now, but we are getting there. So you guys stay safe and remember RLSH rules. Goodbye, everybody.